Delighted to be joined by Mark Lawrie, CEO of StreetGames, Matchroom Chairman Eddie Hearn, Head of Community Development at Matchroom, Alex de Guével. Alex, we'll start with you. What can you tell us about this new partnership?
So for quite some time we've been working with StreetGames, mainly along the lines of the inspiration campaign. So working with children from low-income, underserved communities across three elements of the programme. So the first element being Spectate, so providing tickets to to inspirational events that we put on to children from those communities. So we've actually donated over 5,000 tickets to 100 different LTOs, locally trusted organisations, across the last couple of years in working with StreetGames. The second element would be volunteer, so providing work experience opportunities to those same types of young people from deprived low-income backgrounds. And the third element is participate. So it's now taken through a 3-year, 6-figure investment via the Matchroom Charitable Foundation, taking boxing into communities and youth facilities where there's actually no boxing taking place. These facilities are trusted by the young people, but there's no boxing delivery. So it's really exciting to be back in this and taking boxing into non-traditional settings and letting more young children learn about the benefits of the sport.
Eddie, we'll throw to you. We know that you're a massive advocate for community engagement and activations. Why is this something that's close to your heart to help out where you can?
I think our passion is to provide particularly underprivileged kids opportunities through sport. We believe that sport is a great educator. We believe that sport is going to teach you all the fundamentals that seem to be missing from modern day society. This is different. This has 3 layers, like Alex said. So bringing people to the events, not just participating, that's included as well, but also giving people the opportunity to work within sport. Taking part in sport is not just about trying to be a professional athlete. It's giving you the fundamentals of life, but it's also teaching you about the industry and being able to come to the events, watch the big occasions to inspire you, being able to work around those events through work experience and opportunities that might take you in a different direction in the sport, and of course participate, which is so important. And the Matchroom Sport Charity Foundation, for people that don't know, sits separately to Matchroom Boxing. It's a foundation that has supported numerous charities across the country for many, many years. It's donated millions and millions of pounds. And this one is a 6-figure investment for us into StreetGames, an organisation that we believe is pivotal in taking sport into those areas of the community that need our help.
And Mark, I'll just throw to you. You've also been doing a lot of great work already, but how do you believe that this partnership with Matchroom can take StreetGames to the next level and also help participation in sport as well?
Well, it's so important for the young people we work with to see real sport. Often for these young people, they don't get the chance to spectate at live events. They're half as likely, if they're from the poorest background, to actually get to come to a live event like this. So that element of it is something that Matchroom brings. But then it is boxing. It is the real version of the sport. It's not just playing on the park with your mates. It's the fact that you can go to your local youth club. You can try a sport that you can see on the telly. Because of the partnership with Matchroom, you can try a sport that you can go and witness live as well. And then you get the opportunity to go beyond that, as Eddie was saying. And for our young people, very often their life chances are limited by the square mile they live in their neighbourhood. So to get out of that, to experience work experience, not just to get involved in the sport, is massively important for their life chances.
How do you believe as well, obviously a lot of people that want to be in boxing want to go on and become boxers, but like Eddie touched on, there's other opportunities to be involved in the industry, isn't there?
There is, absolutely, because only a very small percentage of any sport get to be the elite athletes, get to be in the ring or get to be on the pitch. But for young people, what we're looking for is a lifelong passion about sport, physical activity, because that will help them with their health, that will help them with their mental health throughout their lives. But also, why shouldn't they just enjoy it? For a lot of the young people we work with, they may never even join a club. They might just box in their youth club until they're old enough to maybe go and volunteer or be a coach in something else. So it's just another avenue for young people, and for many of them, they won't ever have had a chance to box, not even to even pretend to box. A lot of them, this is a great opportunity to do it properly. And then if they want to do boxing, that's great, but it's part of their sporting journey and part of their wider journey through life.
Alex, I'll come back to you for this. Obviously, you'll be working very closely with StreetGames. What does success look like in your mind in the medium to long term?
Well, initially over the 3 years, we're aiming at working with 12 locally trusted organisations across across England and Wales. So initially, the impact will be across 12 different local areas. As this expands and grows, and we're hoping that the impact of this programme will go to more places, more young people. More young people are going to get to experience the benefits of boxing. Whether that's being more physically active, better mental health, making friends, socialising, all the kind of benefits that sport brings. But boxing's unique. The impact that boxing can have on young people, I believe, is totally unique and far greater than many other sports. So we're incredibly excited to be back in this, and we're bringing the programme together with our other major partner, Empire, in terms of the way that we're actually going to be sort of upskilling the workforce and making sure that the people delivering these activities are fit for purpose and delivering what we want boxing to look like in these local areas. So it's incredibly exciting to bring both partners together and present a unified force.
Eddie, we're seeing as well even boxing being talked about in Parliament as well. How encouraging is it for you to see that it looks like we're taking major steps to really open eyes and the benefits of boxing to the community?
Yeah, I mean, you pinch yourself when you see, great Chris Webb and those guys just talking about and pushing the importance of the sport. We have a problem in this country, with discipline, understanding the law, and more importantly, understanding what's right and wrong. And for me, sport is the greatest educator. Time in the classroom is of course important, and education is important, but the skill sets that you learn through sport, and more importantly, the type of person it makes you. And, taking that to one side, as we were talking about, physical health, mental health, but just preparation for life. Some of these kids don't have the parents or the guidance to take them into the local clubs within the community. StreetGames can take the sport to them. But I also appeal to parents, particularly for boxing clubs. Take your kids to amateur boxing clubs. It will completely change their direction in life. They don't have to spar. They don't have to be carded. They don't have to have an amateur career. But they have to be around all different walks of life. They have to listen to their coaches. They have to understand when they're told what to do it, to respect their elders, to have manners, to have discipline, to be on time. And more importantly, to stay active physically and mentally. Boxing is, for me, the greatest educator. And, to hear the government starting to acknowledge the importance of boxing, but more importantly, the importance that community clubs play in changing local communities is so important, because we're going down the wrong path. Boxing can straighten you out, it can keep you regimented, it can give you a focus and a passion and a purpose. And that's what young people need today.
And Alex, for people that are seeing this now and it's raised awareness for them about this partnership, how can they get involved and what are the next steps for them?
So obviously keep an eye on the Matchroom socials. We're going to constantly be pumping out great content to do with the programme, and the community section of the Matchroom website will be constantly updating, all sorts of bits and pieces, what's going on as we get the ball rolling with this partnership. So as I say, incredibly excited to get the ball rolling, and let's go.
Mark, I'll give the final word to you as a CEO of StreetGames. Just how excited are you for this? It's a change for you, I guess, and a change for the company in the right direction to help bring communities back together.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the 4 things we want to see as a charity is the way that what you would call mainstream sport, so proper sport like boxing, like football, like hockey, to be different for the kids that we work with. Because for a lot of the kids that we work with, they can't access these sports. And boxing, and through the partnership with Matchroom, we're going to bring a real sport into the communities and into the lives of these young people. And maybe 1 or 2 of them will be the future stars. Maybe they will be able to get to an elite level. But most importantly, they will have access to the same opportunities as much better off kids, and it will be life-changing for them.
Gentlemen, thank you very much and welcome to the team.